ready? Looks like Curtis is ready, and it is 6 o'clock, so with that, we'll call our meeting to order. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda tonight? If not, we'd entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved.
Support. Motion support, last chance. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. Thank you. Roll is completed?
It is.
It is. Great. Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone would please rise and join us in the pledge, if you're able.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Next up, we'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the October 14, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
Move approval.
Support. Motion support. Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. Moving on to C for hearings. First, we have to hold a public hearing at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the agenda allows to receive comments on a proposed application for a Gratiot County Parks and Recreation millage funding request for grants to be used for a new pavilion in Holiday Park.
Move to open the hearing.
Support.
You have a motion support. Comments or questions? I hear none. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion's passed and the hearing is open. Welcome, Roxanne. Sorry we couldn't wait for it.
Dave's going to take the lead on pavilion.
Okay.
Hello everyone, Dave Ringel, Public Services Director, City of Alma. What we see here is a site plan, rough sketch for where the proposed pavilion would go if we were successful on the awards for this grant. The reason why this location was picked is because this is one that the Commission identified, the Parks Commission, or excuse me, the Parks Committee, recommended to have a pavilion in this park just because of the amount of use it's been getting in the recent past few years, the refurbishing of the basketball/pickleball court, the baseball field, that type of thing. The idea was this could be another park to use like Wright Avenue Park, maybe a place where family reunions, picnics, that type of thing. So the particular location within the park was selected because that's the closest to the existing courts. It's got a good view of the entire park, playscape, the basketball/pickleball court, the baseball field, and there is an existing hydrant that's not too far from there, probably within about 40 feet, 50 feet. There's been talk with the pickleball court based on our last Parks Master Plan. It's been identified that they'd like a drinking fountain there, so part of this plan would include, if the funds allow, for a drinking fountain and an electrical outlet to be placed on this as well, so people that are utilizing the park go there and get a drink. Electrical outlet, so if they want to plug in a crock pot, that type of thing, speaker system or anything like that, if they want to meet out there. We didn't look at going any further to the north in there because that's an archaeological zone, so no excavating, no earthwork or anything like that. So we put it proposed it right next to the existing courts as shown. So it's closest to run electrical line, closest to get electrical is to the south of that, right around the edge of that basketball court. You have to go bore it underneath of Elizabeth Street, but that's what the costs include. For an example of what this would look like, there's pavilions that are at Pine River Park, just to the north. There's 2 of them. This would be the same size as those ones, roughly 24 by 24, galvanized steel. So the idea would be to set this thing and forget it for 40 to 50 years. Those ones there were set at least in the early 90s, and they're holding up fairly well. So that was the intent, and that's what the cost proposal was for.
Okay, who's the first question?
I have no questions.
Okay, just a couple things. You mentioned electric. You probably don't have it scaled out yet. Just one circuit, or 20 amps or 40?
One outlet that would match what we've got at Wright Avenue Park. So the cost breakdown is for the meter and running electrical, probably a 20 amps.
A couple of 20s maybe to...
Yes.
I know sometimes it's an issue getting enough.
Yeah.
One outlets or one circuit get put out enough. And does it make any sense to move it closer to the road so that it's easier, more accessible to the parking?
That could be an option. That was one thing we talked about internally, was looking at handicap compliance or accessibility. That's one option that we could look at. This one was kind of like the idea of biggest view of the park if anybody sits there. Something we could look at in the future is extending a sidewalk from the edge of the parking lot or anything like that to do it. It would be a kind of a wash because you'd have to run the water further to the south. Electrical might be a little closer, but so we can see.
We can look at that.
Yeah, just I don't know the cost of concrete walkway versus running a wire
Yep.
and water line, whatever it may be, I don't know. But just something to think about.
So yeah, that is one of the things. There were two different ideas. In fact, I was talking with Curtis about it before we did the sketch of this. Do we move it further to the south or north? We decided on that location just because of the central view if there's
I do
people
like
playing
it. They
baseball.
can
that
see
type
the
of thing.
baseball
But that's-
and the whole area of the playground they can see from that pavilion.
But
And
that's
I feel
something
if they went to the south, they would be able to see the whole round of the playground.
The alternative is if they can't get there,
Yeah.
it doesn't do any good, so it's a trade-off.
It's a solution.
Yeah, just something to think about. Anybody else have anything? Okay, I hear none, we'd entertain a motion to close the hearing. Well, excuse me.
yes.
Are there any members of the public who would like to ask any questions or have comments on this project? I don't see anybody coming forward, so we'll assume that nobody has comments, and now we'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Support.
Okay, we have a motion and support, last chance for comments. I hear none, all those in favor please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried, thank you. Okay, and we don't have anything else, do we, on that one? So next up is consideration of a resolution to set a public hearing for Tuesday, November 11th, 2025 at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the agenda allows, to receive comments and consider approval of a proposed ordinance number 849, which is for renewal of a 10-year franchise agreement with Consumers Energy, which was originally approved on November 8th, 2005. Your pleasure.
Move to set public hearing. Support.
Comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried, we've set a hearing, thank you. Moving on down to G, resolutions. First up is to consider a resolution to ratify investments, the following investments in city funds. We have one CD before us tonight, $250,325. Your pleasure.
Move to adopt.
Support.
Motion support. Anybody have comments or questions? Curtis is here if you have them. I hear none. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. Investment is ratified. Number 2, consideration of a resolution in support of an application for Gratiot County Parks and Recreation Millage Grant funding for construction of a new pavilion at Holiday Park. There it is. That's what we just talked about.
Move to approve.
Support. Okay, we have a motion and support. Last chance for comments or questions. Hearing none, all those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. Thank you. Moving to H, consideration of a resolution to introduce ordinance number 849, which is an ordinance granting to Consumers Energy Company, its successors, and assigns the right and authority to lay, maintain, and commercially operate gas lines and facilities, including but not limited to highways, streets, alleys, bridges, and waterways, and to conduct a local gas business in the city of Alma for a period of 30 years.
What do we do with
introducing the ordinance?
Yeah, just introduce it, yep.
Support.
Okay, we have motion support. Are there any comments or questions? This is just introduction, so.
Yeah, it's introduction. We'll have a public hearing next meeting. This is required every 10 years. The ordinance has to be reapproved.
It's for
But
30
it's
years.
30 years, but the ordinance is done every 10 years. So that's what it
How
says.
can we
in the-
do that?
That's what it says that's what it says in the ordinance. So, yep. But we have to do that every 10 years. So.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
That's handed to me. So.
It's just a backup to review it every 10 years, even though it's 30 years.
But if it's in place, you
Yep,
can't
it's,
unilaterally open a contract, I don't believe.
no, and it's something we have to do just because that's the law.
Well, we'll follow the law.
Even if you said no to the ordinance, they still would be doing business here in Alma. It just takes away some of our rights and authority over when they get into the rights of way and disturb the rights of way.
Or ability to demand restoration.
The
of things.
restoration, yeah.
So
those sorts of
if we
things.
have to review it every 10 years, then do we change the other thing from 30 to 10? Or because like what Greg is saying is that it's kind of, doesn't make sense that we're
You would expect the timeframes to match.
matched.
Yeah, but
I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
It's been reviewed by both attorneys on
Right,
both sides.
yeah.
Or this isn't the first time that we've,
No,
No.
we did this 10 years ago.
But
Yep.
just,
No, it's a good,
Yeah,
it's a good
but
question.
we probably had the same conversation 10 years ago.
Probably.
but maybe it's just the wording of it somehow that like it's set for 30 years, but we just have to, talk about it. I don't know. I mean, but there seems like there is something
I will.
missing. Yeah,
Right, and
yeah, no worries.
I will clear that for the public hearing.
Messed
for
up my
next-
medication
No, no,
today
you're
and
fine.
I'm going down the rabbit hole. So just call me out and just keep the meeting going.
No, we'll have those answers for the public hearing for
Okay,
next meeting.
thank you.
Anybody else, comments or questions? I hear none. All those in favor, please say yes.
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 And all any opposed, say no. Motion is carried. Thank you. Moving on to agreements, we're to consider a resolution to approve change order number 1 to the contract with Crawford Contracting for water distribution system upgrades to increase the contract total by $31,150 for changes to this project scope and construction conditions.
Move approval.
Support.
Got a motion support, any background?
Yes, this is a few months back, we talked about some of the drainage issues that we found in Moyer Avenue when we were doing the reconstruction. This was to take care of those issues, putting in a new culvert, remove some trees, and getting the drainage properly working, not just in the street, but the neighborhood there. So that was the extra amount for that. Did I miss anything on that, Dave?
No, and there's a couple house, for the lead service line replacements that are part of that as well, that were inclusive.
Okay. Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. Reports of officers, boards, and committees. Commissioners may receive the following reports by one resolution, or any commissioner may remove any item within this section for individual discussion and vote. Before us this evening, we have the Elma Fire District draft October 22, 2025 minutes, the Downtown Development Authority draft October 2022, 2025 minutes, and the city manager's reports.
Those are received 1 and 2.
Support.
Okay, is there a motion support, comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. You received the first two. Your pleasure.
Receive the city manager's report.
Support.
Okay, motion support. Eric, take it away.
Just a real quick update for the commission and for those at home. In our appropriations for tonight, our street lining striping contract will be paid for. Just to let the commission know, we did see a reduction of just over $4,800 in that, mostly due to, Pine Avenue and Charles Avenue. The striping was included in that original contract, but that's being paid for with those two projects. So it does save money in that fund. So there's, so it's all accounting, but it does save money in that fund, and there was some savings there. The transportation building is moving right along. They're still on schedule for a December completion at this point. The picture that we provided there is showing you some of the metal for the metal building that is on site. They should have been maybe pouring concrete today or tomorrow for the pylons to go in that the building will attach to. And we did include some photos of what's going on there. At the water tower, the controls building, the structure itself has been finished. Now the next step up is to get the controls and gauges and everything moved into that building. And the building that you can just see out of frame there, that one will be removed once everything is up and running for the new control building. And again, it's part of our drinking water SRF project funds. Rosedale, we just provided a more updated photo of the grass growing in and how nice that looks down through there. Just really thank the community when we get to do projects like this. It really just makes the neighborhood really look nice. And again, just wanted to show how that end result looks like for the neighborhood, and that grass is growing in really, really nice. So, so no way to get that to happen. And then Richmond Street, we're expecting that to be completed, believe it or not, because if you drive by there, it looks like it's a war zone still, but really it isn't. It's controlled chaos. We're looking to have that completed the week of November 17th. Just thanks to the communities and the neighborhoods for putting up with all the construction this year. It's coming to an end, and we'll be done until next year.
Yep.
We'll do some more next year. So, and then lastly, I wanted to do a staff acknowledgement for our new Public Works crew leader, Pedro Rodriguez. Pedro's been with us 28, give or take, a little over 28 years, and he has taken over the position that was left by Doug Brooks, who retired. So, congratulations to Pedro.
Okay. Okay, who has questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of receiving the city manager's report, please say yes. Yes. Any opposed, no. Motion is carried, reports received. Thank you. Appropriations, do we have an interest in paying the bills this evening?
Move to pay the appropriations.
Support. Support. Motion support. Any questions about the aforementioned bills? I hear none. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Any opposed, no. Motion is carried. The bills can be paid. Commissioner comments? Roxanne, or Dan, why don't you lead off this morning?
Nothing to say, thank you.
Roxanne?
Congratulations to Pedro, and everybody be safe in the war zone near my house on Halloween. And that's all. Thank you.
Roger?
Nothing in addition.
Nothing in addition.
Nothing in addition here.
Okay. John?
Congratulations to Pedro. Thanks to all the DPW staff and everybody in the staff that did all the road construction this year. There was a lot that we got done, and the downtown Alma event looked like it was, trunk or treat was a success, fall festival. So thank you to all those that put on it. That's it.
I have nothing. Sarah?
No.
Eric, anything further?
Just everyone be careful out there with the little ones walking around on Friday night from 5 to 7, trick-or-treaters.
5:30 to 7:30.
5:30.
5:37.
Thank you for the correction. 5:30 to 7:30.
I have the same thing.
Yeah.
I was running around saying.
And even
5 to
after,
7.
there's always some stragglers running around in the dark, so. Gotta keep
Careful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I add my congratulations to Pedro. It was 20 years, a long time to wait for a promotion. I'm sure it's well-deserved. Nothing good about it, so that's great. Yeah, congratulations to the Fall Festival crew that did that, the Elma Action Association, I guess, crew that does that, so a good event. With that, we'll open up the podium to anybody that'd like to address the commission, members of the public. If you would like to speak, please go to the podium, state your name and address, and you have up to 5 minutes to share your thoughts or concerns. Who would like to go first?
I don't have anything today.
Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to comment tonight? I don't see anybody moving towards the podium or...
Are we ready for new business, or are you just wanting to comment
Pardon me?
on what you're doing? Are you ready for new business, or are you just comment on what you're doing?
We do not have any new business on the agenda tonight.
Okay, that's
So
what
this
I
would-
want.
Would you like, you have comments?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to state your name and address, please, for the
My
record?
name is Lana Everdeen.
Okay.
I am here because I am right now owner of a home on Yale Street in Elma, Michigan at 520 Yale. And I am here to request that there be a difference in when you put in egress windows in a home. My mother is passed, and I'm her trustee. That's why I'm here, because it's my house right now. I live in the country, actually. So I'm asking because just before she died, she wanted to put egress windows in, so if anyone came to stay, they could, not worry about it, things. And so we did that after she passed. And of course, I know what's going to happen now. The taxes are going to go up. But just before this happened, this little girl burned up in a basement in Perrington, Michigan. And so my request is that when you put egress windows in, which is for safety, that's basically all they're for, especially if you use the same header that's already there, that the taxes are not raised. That might keep people from doing that, which could kill somebody. So I make a motion, that's what I want to do, is make a motion, that that's considered at your meeting.
Before you leave tonight, we'll get your name and number, and I'll get you in touch with our city assessor so she can explain how taxes are assessed. That
Okay.
wouldn't be an assessment, but we'll send it, we'll get you in touch with the assessor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate you sharing your concerns. Anybody else have anything to comment on? Like to address the commission tonight? I'm seeing no one come forward, so we entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have support?
Support. At the same time.
Last chance for comments?
Is your mother or Lily gone back?
Hearing none. All those in favor of adjournment, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Do you have
Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Appreciate that.